Welcome to Yes Offense. Trigger warning, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it. This podcast will feature graphic language about sex, race, violence, and anything else that might make people uncomfortable. However, this is a comedy podcast, and everything and anything talked about on it should be viewed as an attempt at humor. Like, if you hear anything on this podcast you don't agree with or like, please just turn it off. No one on here is a politician or actually affecting the way you live. So if you genuinely have a problem with anything said on here, redirect your energy at a real issue going on in the real world. Now let's get into the show.
So I'm like, all this
Yeah.
edit it later. And like, as long as you pick up the audio, you can always adjust the stuff in Audacity on the back end too.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
this is probably OCD of me, but I'm always afraid I didn't actually hit record.
I do that.
I got to
do that
check
during my
I have to
podcast.
check, make sure I didn't leave the stove on.
All the time during my podcast. I have to go check. If it's
I
still
checked
recording.
most recently, but every once in a while, sometimes the phone will turn off.
Oh, the cat's here now.
Sometimes the phones will just turn
Once
off.
in on the
randomly.
action.
The cat is now no longer facing the wall.
Like the Blair Witch Project.
It really was. What's the cat's name?
Babastus.
I'm not doing that in the girl's voice from the Blair Witch Project. I used to. There's a gig I do in Maine where they have. It looks the background is all brick wall, but it's really old and it looks like a fire. It looks like the Blair Witch Project, and I always reference that when I go there.
Spooky.
They love it, and they love me.
Kills. You're a killer.
I'm okay. You know. Dude. Is it like it's happening way more? Maybe it's just where I am in comedy. Have people always just put that people are crushing?
Oh.
No matter what they do,
It's the social media thing now.
It's the worst, dude.
Everyone's like, "Oh man, fucking incredible set. This guy's amazing." You know, because like certain venues, certain comedy clubs, which you'll never have to set foot in, they make you take like boomerangs of the comics on stage.
Yeah.
And boomerangs are good because boomerangs, there's no audio, you know, and like at least like if you get them in motion, it looks like they're being like all like a physical comedy,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Right.
but then it's like, well, what do I say for this one? You know, so I've just been
Yeah.
getting in the habit of putting their name and then like the venue.
Yes.
And I don't really add a
yeah,
whole
if
lot.
I'm
You
on
don't have to-
autopilot,
Yeah.
it's just name and venue. And if I want to step it up a notch, I do the three crying laughing emojis.
Yes.
And then if like they legitimately are being funny and it's easy to say, oh, this person's killing, then I write it.
Yeah.
Just know you'll never see a boomerang that I have taken where I say this person's killing where they're not killing.
Yeah, that's me too. I actually do now, though. I just do the if it's someone I like on stage, I'll just write something bad about them under the thing. Everyone's seen me do it. Someone was asked my roommate. I came home and he was like, "Hey, did Ryan really say the N-word on stage?" And I was like, "No. Why would you think that?" He was like, "You put it in your story. Why would you put it in your story?" I go, "No, it's not me. It's me.
Yeah.
It's not." You know,
It's
the,
just a little
the
bit.
news.
It's
And
just
even
a
if it was
goof.
the news, it'd be super fake. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Guys, that was the camera. Welcome to Yes Offense. Different backgrounds. I forgot my sign, too. I should put my sign.
You can
over
maybe
your little
you can put
shrooms.
it in post.
No, it's a physical sign.
Yeah, he doesn't do posts.
You can take a photo of the sign and then put the photo right here.
I don't think I'll do that. I'll text my guy to do that. He'll forget, and that's what it is. Welcome to Yes Offense, you guys. I'm here today with returning guest and new guest, Kelley Taylor, Joe Gorman.
Pleasure to be here.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Kelley we had a different guest, and now Joe is
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately.
nicely filmed.
Due to everything
Yeah.
going on in the world, people can't remember everything that they've scheduled.
A certain New York comedian was killed by Hamas. Still want to free Palestine comics now that a fellow peer's body has been recovered. Isn't that crazy? Never, folks. I don't care how illustrious the gig sounds. Do not do comedy on the Gaza Strip. Yikes! I've heard of killing it, but this is ridiculous.
Comics really will do anything for a free trip somewhere.
Yeah, well, you know that's why they do that's why all those comics do Birthright.
Yep.
That's
Those
the only
comics.
reason. Ooh, a free
Those
trip.
comics.
You know.
Those comics. They do that to get pussy, I've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it usually doesn't work out for them.
Well, our frame of reference was one incredibly retarded guy going to Israel trying to get laid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Can only imagine, dude. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought they'd really like the fact that I did comedy, and I referenced it kind of relentlessly. That's a little gift for the people that might know who I'm talking
They
about.
know. He's
Yeah.
been on the pod. He was very funny. He was
Oh.
a good
Oh, he's been on
guest.
the pod. It's fun.
What did he talk about? His wrestling career?
He did.
Oh, wow, huh.
He did. Shut up, man.
What are the odds?
Usually keeps that one close to the shaved chest.
No, I kept him at bay about it, but I don't think I let him rock. He's a
Yeah,
funny
I
guy.
mean,
Anyway,
gotta fill time.
dude, I fucking I went on the road with you guys. I went to Rhode Island,
Yeah.
Yes,
and a woman called Kelley a fucking murderer.
a baby murderer.
Well,
And your aunt had the perfect comeback of what I could have said, because afterward we were out talking about the show, and your aunt was like, who she reminded me of? Lauren Boebert. And I'm like, oh, I hate that you just told me that, because then instantly in my head I was like, oh, Lauren Boebert has to catch the next showing of Beetlejuice.
Yes,
Perfect.
damn.
Would have been perfect to say, and
Oh.
it haunted me for the rest of the night.
Finger bangs.
It's still haunting me.
damn. If only we had a time
If only.
machine.
But you know what? There'll be more.
Yeah, your aunt too. Very brutally honest, and I like
Oh,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, oh, I got to write more.
Yeah, she told me. She goes, the crowd needed to be more drunk for you. I thought that was awesome.
Nice, dude.
It was such a you don't suck, but
Yeah. Needs work.
yeah, it needs work. The audience could have been cooler though. Is
Yeah,
essentially what she was saying.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
disagree, and I agree 100%, dude. And speaking of not even aunts, I was at a wedding this weekend.
Ooh.
Just because when you said your aunt, I thought of my friend's mom. I went to a wedding with my friend.
What kind of
and
wedding
then-
was it? Like an Italian wedding, a Jewish wedding, a wedding wedding?
Irish.
a very American wedding.
Blue, I
honestly.
call those blue light weddings.
Sure, it was a blue light wedding. It was very honestly best time, but
Yeah.
this isn't even a but. My friend's mom, my friend invited me, and then my other friend. We have a mutual. There's two Sarahs.
Okay.
One of the Sarahs invited me, and the other Sarah, it's her friend's wedding. And one of these Sarah's moms was at the wedding, and she was like, we danced really quick because you dance with everyone, I was dancing with her, and she grabbed me and was like, I wish I was younger. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, oh, I would take you down in a second. And I said, okie dokie. And I just spun her away. It was like,
Damn, dude.
Open
friend's
bar
mom.
for
Yeah,
sure.
it's my friend. She's being she's being sweet, but
Yeah.
she,
Nice, dude.
That's going to be the kind of old lady I am.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Just out of pocket.
hitting on the younger
Yeah,
fellas.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. It's pervy, but it's cool.
Yeah.
How'd
Women
you like
can
have-
be pervs
I
too.
felt, but I did blush, and I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was
Still got
probably
it.
an
You
ego
give her your
boost.
number?
Still got it.
You give her your number?
Gave my friend's mom my number.
Why not,
My
dude?
married friend's mom.
That's like a whole fucking porn category. My
It-
friend's hot mom.
Well, no one said anything about hot.
Yeah, she's a lovely lady.
Great
But
personality.
She's just she's up there. You know what I mean?
In age.
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-oh.
I don't. Who's stealing some?
Don't worry about it, man. That's Brooklyn.
That's
That's the lullaby
Sweet,
of Brooklyn
sweet
right there.
sounds.
Last time I was here, yeah, I forgot something else. I heard a fight going on.
Yeah, there was like a
outside.
person got mugged, person got killed. Remember, because all you heard was like, "Yo, bite the curb, bite the curb." It's like
You fucked with the wrong bull.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
the lullaby of Brooklyn, baby.
Dude.
Yeah,
Fun
we were like,
fact.
fifth one this week.
Another fun fact. That movie, I was on a flight recently.
American History X.
History X right there. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
This should have just no. It's just not a. There's no way that makes the flight better.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
it's like such a visually intense movie. They should really only have feel-good movies on an airplane. Maybe an action flick.
Yeah, John
you
Wick
know?
4 I watched. That's
Yeah.
good.
It should
On
be
a,
like,
on a plane? That's so much violence.
3 hours though. a lot of fighting for 3 hours. It kind of went by.
Yeah, I
You know what I mean?
guess.
I think Rush Hour is a great
Yes.
fucking airplane film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of those 90s action films are pretty good.
What was the last movie you watched on a plane?
Super Mario Brothers.
I watched Practical Magic.
I don't know what that is.
It's a chick film, which was kind of crazy. I guess I had never seen it before.
Is it older?
It's from 98.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sandra
Yeah.
Bullock.
Nicole Kidman.
Dude, someone else I want to talk about.
They play witches.
Okay, I'm
That
there.
murder.
Have you seen The Proposal?
No.
Really?
I know.
I lived it.
Is that where she says no?
Damn.
much.
Owned. No,
It's like this cruel,
I-
awful woman is like, oh, I need this guy to fucking marry me. And then the guy's like, no,
Yes.
I'm cool, handsome, and Ryan Reynolds-esque.
That's exactly the plot, actually. And yeah, that they get they have an arrangement. But there's this. She goes and lives with his family, Sandra Bullock, and there's a scene in the movie where she meets Betty White, and Betty White's doing this ritual in front of a fire, and she's like, "Sing what comes out of you," and Sandra Bullock is like, "To the window, to the wall, sweat drop down my ball," and she actually does the song, and I don't know why I've always loved Sandra Bullock just for that scene in a movie.
Yeah,
I think it's hilarious.
No, I think
watched it with
that's
my
so
mom in
funny.
theaters. It's not gay.
Yeah. You know what movie I saw in theaters with my dad?
What?
And it was so uncomfortable. We
Wha-
didn't know it was going to be that kind of movie. Bad Teacher.
Oh,
with
yeah, I've
Cameron
never seen it,
Diaz.
but
It was so
It
uncomfortable.
has fucking full frontal nudity.
Full frontal nudity.
Oh, really?
Lots of sexual innuendos. Lots of just fucking. Oh my god.
Hardcore porn.
Yeah, but it was one of those things where we went to go see a movie together. Things were not good at the house.
Yeah. Oh,
and-
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
And so I'm just in the movie and it's not what I was expecting. It's not what either one of us were expecting. I was just like, I mean, it can't get any worse.
Yeah.
It can't get any worse.
My mom took me to see Walk Hard and a bunch of my friends.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but there is a guy just with a tiny penis. Just not even just flaccid.
Yeah,
tiny penis.
it's like a 3-minute scene too.
It's just right here on the camera
Yeah.
in John C. Reilly's face, and we weren't sitting together or anything. She actually sat away from us, but man, I was like, fuck, I have to. She's not gonna be happy after.
Would you rather have your mom seen a flaccid penis? Would you prefer she see a fucking rock hard penis, just millimeters from John C. Reilly's face?
Honestly, yeah, I guess you're right. A flaccid's better, but it's just
I think it's more of
still
an
bad.
any penis kind of
Yeah,
thing.
any penis
Yeah.
with your mom
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want that.
just hanging out, dude.
I know. I've seen a penis before.
How do you think you got here?
Oh my god, dude. My mom doesn't do that, but my dad does.
Oh, I hate it.
Nice,
It's
dude.
disgusting, dude. And I'm glad at least it is my dad out of anyone. If
Yeah.
it had to be one, it's my dad. Because if I had to listen to my mom, talk about sex
Yeah.
my mom is super Catholic, so she doesn't even talk to me about it. She barely brings it up, and that's the only thing we don't talk about, and I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's normal for a son not to be super open with his mom about
Yeah.
banging.
I agree. I think it's
It's sick.
mother-daughter too. We don't. It's good. We don't need it.
I don't talk to my family, period. I don't need that shit.
I'll tell my dad oh yeah, this is a girl I'm dating, but I don't I don't go super into detail.
no.
My
He's
dad
like-
will go
yeah.
into detail with me though, not about what he does, just about what he likes.
I like spreading these old ladies' pussy lips apart and get it in there with my big old man fingers.
Ew.
Not like that, but
It's like, damn, Mr. Tomaselli Sr.
yeah, it is weird because he'll we'll just be out and he'll see a girl walk by and he'll be like, check her out, and I'm like,
Ooh.
no, not with you.
He's like,
I
would
feel
you look
like
at that?
that feels like a normal son-father thing to do.
He's like, hey, son, look at the shitter on that.
yeah, it's that. It's
Oh,
that. where I'm-
okay.
I
It's
wouldn't mind
like-
putting my fucking rock
Yeah.
hard cock in her, giving
Yeah,
you a little
shut
sister or brother.
up.
Huh? How about
Jesus.
that?
Or he'll be he'll give me advice on sex stuff or try
Nice.
to, and I'm like, stop.
What's the best
Yeah.
advice you've ever gotten?
None.
from your
It's
dad?
not good advice. That's the thing. It's things you fit. I didn't need
It's like
to
you
hear
would
from him.
never
What's
say
like-
that.
what's
to
like
a
He
what
tried
woman.
to tell me about the alphabet, when eating pussy.
Like, eat pussy and you spell the
that's
alphabet.
not a thing.
Yeah.
That's not real. That's-
Yeah.
The girl will be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" What are you doing?
That's funny, dude. Your dad is like,
And not that knowledge needs to be passed on to
That's
his
even
son.
just, it doesn't make sense.
Imagine your dad thinks you're such a loser. He's like, I got to teach him how to eat pussy. There's no way he knows how to do this on his own.
As if we didn't have unabridged access to pornography
Yeah.
the entirety of our lives.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
didn't
yeah.
realize that, I don't think. And then, you just figure that out.
Yeah, he comes from that generation where
Sure.
their dad needs to tell you how to fuck.
Oh,
Yikes. No, thank you.
yeah. I'm not
Greatest
a fan,
generation.
Dude. No, that was the one before that where they didn't tell you anything and they just beat you.
It goes silent, greatest baby boomer.
Yep.
Is that what it is?
And then
X.
Gen X, Millennial, Gen Z,
Gen Z.
and now it's Gen Alpha,
Alpha.
is the new one.
Ew.
That's the new
That's
one.
going to suck. There's
know.
no way.
No,
they're
I
gonna-
think it's gonna swing the other way. They're like, oh, our parents were like all like fucking progressives, and they gave me hormone therapy, and now I'm gonna rebel and become like a neo-Nazi. It always swings the other way.
Is it young Gen Z that are the iPad kids, or is it Gen Alpha? That's
Gen
at this
Z's
point,
the iPad kids. Gen Z was the iPad
but and also
generation.
Alphas are iPad kids.
They are, but I think they're pushing back against it.
And Alphas is being raised by millennials, right?
Sure.
Alpha
man.
is being raised by millennials and Gen Z, yeah.
That's scary.
So like Gen Z or millennials gave birth to
Alphas.
I
alphas.
just want to throw this out there. Most people I know shouldn't have kids.
No one should have kids.
You know, and I would say
Sorry.
8 out of 10 people that I know are like not regretting having kids, but they don't paint a happy picture.
I like the people who don't paint a happy
I know.
picture,
I'm
though.
like, thanks
More.
for being real.
I had a friend, a guy. Shout out to Nick. I used to work with this guy in a factory,
Nice.
and every day I'd be like, "How you doing, man?" He'd be like, "I fucking hate my son, dude." He's like, "I love him, but I hate him. He's a bitch ass motherfucker. He ruins my life." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, dude. Thank you for telling me this." 'Cause I don't want kids, and everyone's always trying to be like, "You have no idea. It's great. You should have kids." I'm like, "Yo, chill. I don't think the hell." See,
He's just
and that's
doing
just the
stuff.
dog messing
Yeah,
with
I
the
know.
lights.
I know.
But yeah, man, I get like I think there's too many people out there painting that like, oh, it's a blessing. You have no idea. They never tell you about the shit that
Yeah.
sucks
And how expensive it is.
or how they're just constantly like.
just
But now
worried
all
about-
those parents have podcasts,
Yeah.
so I listen and I'm like, oh
my
this
kid
sounds
wants
horrible.
trans surgery. Great. I'm gonna hate that.
I was watching a basketball game today because I work.
Nice. You love black people.
Yeah, I love black people. I love working with them.
You're an
so-
ally.
So I was watching them play basketball, but it was a high school game, and I
Watching those young boys.
I don't want to reveal why I was because it's like it's a job, but
You're the head
I
coach.
have to, I'm a coach. Yeah.
Oh,
But if
did
you-
Matt Marin
see,
send you a tape
if you-
because he coaches you?
I have
too.
to now because I can't let you tell people I'm a pedophile and get away with it. You can just let that out.
Your
I let
son's-
you do enough with my name that I slightly regret, but I don't mind. The pedophile thing I can't.
you know, and Joe's always like, why are people pushing against me talking about them being
Yeah,
a
just
pedophile?
yes, and the
He
pedophilia,
gets
dude.
so upset about it.
Look, dude, what's gonna happen? Someone's gonna the fucking government's gonna kick open the door and take your laptop. If there's no child porn, you're not gonna get in trouble, dude. What are they gonna do?
You know what? I know that's a fact too because I've had that happen to a roommate I lived with, and they did take our cameras and they did bring them back because there was no child porn on them.
Did they
Nice,
find
dude.
anything else?
On his computer, oh yeah.
Like
Damn.
dark web drug trading stuff?
Like sending allegedly. Well, no, he's in jail now for it. He was
Convicted
of. It's my friend Ishkoop does a really good bit about it. Distributing child porn.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's wild.
Must have been a bullish business for him to be like, I'm going to get in this.
Yeah,
I can't believe it's a business period.
I don't know.
Like, why do you want to see some dorky little kid? Because like kids will take off their clothes all the fucking time. You know, like you go to an amusement.
Yeah, also just
Go to Italy.
Just go on TikTok. There are so many mom.
Oh, those weird. Yeah, like
so many mom
breastfeed.
bloggers that just have their kids out there on the internet. You know,
and like you go to a fucking public pool, kids always take off their swimming
I
trunks.
was about to say
and
I was
around.
in Italy, dude, and I was surprised at how many kids were like just running, like just running around naked on the
Nudity
beach.
is
I
just
was like,
different.
what the hell, man?
pedophilia sounds like a fucking Italian word anyway. Yeah.
I bet there's less. I mean,
It was just like 5 more than America. Like
Right.
Yeah.
there's maybe one you see in America, like
And
you'll be
everyone
like,
gets
what?
uncomfortable,
You're like, what
yeah.
the hell is this? There were like 5.
Well, I
on
feel
the
like
beach in Italy, and I was
on
like,
the
this is too
on the
like-
basis of nothing, I feel like there's probably less pedophilia in Italy, minus the Catholic Church, but there's probably
Besides
less.
that hub
But yeah, besides that, the porn hub or child porn capital of the world. I feel like because they're so like chill about nudity in Europe, it's
Very
like less
chill.
of like a scandalous thing.
Also, more topless women.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everyone wins, man.
Yep. I was a fan.
So
of
those
that.
babies have plenty of milk.
My
Milk.
friend.
I hate the way you say milk.
Melk.
He says it with an E.
Oh, you're one of those.
Milk.
Yeah, it's
Tell
gross.
me, Finn. I have to slowly to reveal to every woman I date how much milk I drink.
How much do
You're
you
a
drink?
milk guy.
I drink it like every night with snacks. So it's so.
Listen.
If it's like a few nights in, I'll be like, so I'm gonna have like cookies and a glass of milk.
Kind of sounds fucking great. And I think women that aren't into Finney's
He
really
does
into
that all the
Finney's really
time.
into this new milk thing that you've
Yeah.
revealed about
He always
yourself.
does that thing where he like looks at you and it's like, oh, we're having a little bonding minute, and then he just sneezes. He always- Remember when we took Finney in that like we took him in like an Uber just for dogs, and like he kept sneezing on the driver, and you were like, I'm so sorry.
It wasn't an Uber just for dogs. It was an Uber. It was an Uber, and I had him, and I remember that very vividly because we were leaving our friend's house in Jersey.
That's right.
And it was a holiday weekend, and there was so much traffic, and the vibe in the car was so off, and the driver was not happy with us, and Vinny was sneezing and getting his snot all over the place. I was like, I'm sorry. I know.
How could you get mad at Finn?
You can't. Look at him.
But the milk, yeah, I gotta hide it from these bros.
You don't have to hide it, dude.
They try to be like, you should get almond milk.
Oh,
should-
that's all oil.
I know. I try to tell these people, dude. My roommate, when she's drunk, I hear her like get mad at my milk because I have a big card. She'll like open the fridge and be like, "Fucking milk," I'll, like laugh, and me and my roommate will always hear it. We'll laugh.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
I'm milk fed, man.
Dude, I grew up. I have a bit of I used to have a thing about it where it's like I would drink milk with every meal, like
Nice.
every
Absolutely.
dinner meal.
It phased out at a certain
Yeah.
age.
After
'cause-
you're like a teenager.
It may have been a little bit before teenage years, but as a kid, elementary age, milk.
Definitely I was definitely a teenager still doing that, and then what really shifted, and it's just I don't get milk out when I do breakfast anymore, but I also have different breakfasts now. It's the other
Right,
thing.
right.
But I used to just get like French toast when I go out. I have a glass of milk with it. And the amount of waitresses who would be just like rude to me after that, or just like disrespectful to me after that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna just stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because like it could have been just by chance, but it was so often that they would like just give me a look of like pussy and just
That's
like walk.
that's one of those things where it's like I don't understand why people care what I do.
Well, my friends also at the table would ridicule me, and then the waitress would also join in, and I thought it was disrespectful that she would also join in. It's like, you're not a part of this,
Yeah.
bitch. You're a fucking waitress.
Also, I'm your I
yeah.
pay you right now.
You work for me, bitch.
All she had to say was, "Oh, stop, you guys." Anyway,
Yeah.
I would put your order in, but they would be like, "Haha, yeah, what a loser."
Yeah.
Like,
It's like if I was that waitress and I wanted a good tip, I'd be like, milk's great.
yeah,
Love milk.
milk's the best.
But they're not going to ridicule her.
yeah, exactly. No.
But listen, you get you a nice hunk of Entenmann's cake and a nice chilled glass of milk, 2%,
Yeah, or one.
or skim,
whole.
honestly,
Ugh,
depending.
no,
No,
sir.
you don't do skim.
Ugh.
I like one. I like one.
I like one. I can do whole. Skim. It's water.
What do you usually have at the house?
1%, baby.
1%.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm a milk
1%er
boy,
for
dude.
sure.
I'm milky all day, dude.
Joe's an almond milk guy.
Oh,
I feel like you like it because it's shelf stable.
Yeah, it helps.
but it's
And I just
so
use
much
it for,
oil.
I just use it for cereal.
But I guess not having milk in the house helps me not eat any cereal because I don't want it with the almond milk.
Yeah.
It
She's
feels
not
like
allowed to
if-
have my cereal anyway.
I don't like I
That's
if I'm
my
gonna have a
checks.
delicious bowl of cereal, it needs to be with cow's milk.
She's not going to get it, though. She's not allowed to have it.
I get chocolate milk on the road now and stuff too.
Ooh, Sally, you're living. You're
Oh.
living, dude.
We were in Nashville for
Mhm.
one weekend,
Mhm.
and we went to Waffle House, and the chocolate milk from Waffle House is so fucking good.
because it's made with whole milk.
And what other and a little crack.
Mm. If you guys are ever in Connecticut and if you're not with me, and you can go to Sloppy Waffle at some
Ooh.
point, go there. And it's a waffle. It is a Waffle House. Yeah, I guess it's a Waffle House, but like the chocolate milk there, everything there is banging.
Yeah.
But the chocolate milk there is very good.
I'm not a fan of
awesome.
Perkins, but their chocolate milk is so good.
What's Is that out here?
Yeah.
Another, kind of like a diner kind of
Yeah.
place, but like a restaurant diner.
I don't have it. I don't sit down and eat out here often.
Yeah.
right now.
You got to.
No, I mean in the park, like I eat like 2 tacos by myself,
Nice.
Yeah.
or with Stephen Wolf.
Oh, another friend of the pod.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah,
Just pull that apart.
I know.
this gremlin. You guys ever seen the movie Critters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like the Kreitz,
God, he's really getting into it now.
or
He's-
like He's like a gizmo.
Oh, he gets Gizmo a lot, especially
Yeah.
when he has long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little gremlin.
Speaking, do you guys watch Christmas movies or
Yeah.
anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that? I like Christmas horror movies.
Yeah,
Ooh.
those are fun.
They're the best.
We're when we go home for Thanksgiving, my mom wants to go see Thanksgiving, the new Eli Roth movie.
Speaking of the fucking with Tim Dillon.
Your
Yeah.
mom?
Thanksgivings. Wolf just texted me.
What did he say?
You
Stop
going to
talking
the
about
show
me.
later? Yeah. Stop talking about me. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
So
Steve.
you got to see this chick. She's hot.
It is like one of those.
Just out of
three
middle school. Fresh.
things. He's not here to defend himself.
A new recruit for your basketball team.
She
Thanks-
thinks I'm cool.
Thanksgiving though, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that what it's
it looks crazy.
I want to see it. I love Eli Roth. I love Hostel.
Oh yeah.
I think the movie Hostel is people are like it's disgusting. I'm like that is. It's one of those movies that has. It's one of the best protagonists who fights back in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
kills like 5 or 6 people on his way out. That's how I want to be in a horror movie if I was.
Yeah.
In one.
Yeah.
Just
Hostel is crazy though.
Lose a finger, kill all my enemies, all my friends die, PTSD.
There you
What's
go.
not to love?
Yeah, dude. There's stuff after that.
Yeah.
There's a whole world of wonder. After that, you see the world differently.
Yeah, after you survive a hostile situation.
5-star hotels only.
Yeah. No European countries.
Yeah, it's like that had to have done some damage to like the hostels and like Airbnbs and stuff. It's like
Oh, I can tell you what it did. It did damage to my mom, bothering my brother and I, being like, "Oh, you're gonna stay in a hostel when you travel." I'm like, "Mom, not everything's an Eli Roth
Yeah.
film."
I'm pretty sure they did say that. I think it's like in certain countries they don't show it because
Yeah.
it's like really it's like
Too bad
it's
hostels
torture.
are the funnest way to travel.
why?
Because it's just like, especially when you're alone or you're bad at planning things, you just go down, see where people are hanging out, and now you have plans. It's so fun.
there you go.
I feel like I'm too old though. I'm 31. I feel like
Nah, dude. Do it now. I feel like I could do that now. I just even traveling around Italy with my dad, I was like, I don't want to go anywhere I can't speak English.
Nice.
I've realized because I'm like I don't.
I get
wanna,
that. Yeah.
It's the best language in the world, dude.
It's the only one I know.
Our friends just got back from Tokyo and said that they were fine not knowing
Yeah.
any Japanese.
It's actually benefited them.
Amsterdam, really easy to.
Yeah.
Everything's in English as
Yeah.
well. So.
Yeah.
Well, like those are big touristy places, you know. Same with like France.
I heard they're dicks.
About
In
it,
France?
nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I heard they're like, oh, s'il vous plaît, de fajot. And you're like, what? Like, pussy. I don't know what they. I don't
Yeah,
know what-
dude. Nah, they're cool, man. I'm like, hey, come on. Où est une bibliothèque?
Dude, Spanish to them. Yeah,
It's all
man.
the same.
I cheated
On
hardcore.
your girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend. And
Really?
no.
Yeah, I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, damn. You'll find someone.
You
dude.
can't. Hopefully, dude. I'm trying, dude.
Get a dog. You'll get one real quick.
Yeah, just get a dog. Do you want Finney? We're gonna get a new one, so we have to.
I would love
get rid
Finney.
of this guy,
dude. Finney and I would.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, you have
God.
no
anyone-
idea.
Yeah.
I'd
if
have a
anyone
chick.
wants to buy Finnegan and adopt him, message the Yes Offense podcast on Instagram, letting us know what you would do as Finney's new owner.
Dude, me and Finn, I would just post up in a park with Finn and just
But your
wait.
tacos.
Yeah, dude, just wait.
He'd have to eat some though.
I'd feed
Oh,
into
yeah.
them in front of women as they walk by.
Yeah. You'd be like, give me a paw, give me a paw.
give
And
me
he
the paw.
does it. And
yeah.
they're like,
Oh, dude,
"Ah,
let
let me suck your dick.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, dude. I know.
I would lay down my life for Finn.
I wouldn't.
He's
You're
a-
on your own, little guy.
He's cute. Look at him. How could you not?
Yes.
He's a gawker. Anyway, sorry. People who are listening are like, what the fuck? I can't
Yeah,
see
I
this
know, yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
It's the
Well, all the more
cutest boy.
reason to.
You can check out his
Yeah.
Instagram at my cousin Finney to
Yeah.
know who we're talking to. But
I just
but also
realized
go to
that
YouTube.
was a play on My Cousin Vinny.
Yes.
Like earlier when I was typing it in, I was like, I'm a fucking
Mhm.
idiot.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking
He is
dumb
a
shit.
He
big
is a
fan.
Yeah, he's a little dog. We're gonna get a new dog though.
Oh, another fight.
Oh, there's actual fight going on. Uh-oh.
Just shut the fuck up. You're going to do something to me?
I hope it comes up.
Doesn't always pick up.
Yes, I hope it comes out on the mic.
It might.
It's a woman telling a man, "You want to do something to me? Try to guess a race. Guess a race.
Well, it could be anyone.
It could be, but
Like
it's,
ocean.
you know, it had a you. Let's just say it wasn't
shit.
you want to do something to me. It was like you want to do something to me, huh?
Car doors have
Oh,
slammed.
shit, motherfucker!
No, I think they're
yeah,
smacking
yeah,
the
they're smacking the hood.
Get out of the
Damn,
car,
dude,
bro.
beautiful culture.
I used to live in when I lived in New Haven.
Ooh.
My ex would come over and sleep, but she hated it because when we'd sleep over, the Hispanics in the neighborhood, they like to play their music all hours of the night.
Oh, yes.
And she did not understand that, like, that's just the way it is, and you have to, like,
That's part of the culture.
just sleep through it. I can sleep through that,
Yes.
and she would, like, wake
God forbid
up
people
and-
work all day and want to let, you know.
Well,
Let-
in
let
her
loose.
minor defense, because I'm not a fan, but she was like, "Can you go like do something? It's like 4 a.m." And I'd be like,
Do something.
First of all, what am I supposed to do? Second of all, if I turn one off, there's just another one. It's not like
Finn.
I'm not going to go to 10 different houses on the block and be like, "Can you turn off Daddy Yankee's new album that just dropped, please?"
That's a sin, man.
Daddy
You don't
Yankee.
like Daddy Yankee, man?
Daddy Yankee and Sean Paul, dude. That's the only references, and he's not even Spanish. Sean Paul. I just bring up Sean Paul, and they go
But he
Jamaican.
transcends the culture.
He really does, dude. He has
Sean
like
Paul.
he has 5 hits that if you play them at any like dance thing, everyone will be like,
Please, are
just
you
start
kidding?
doing a fucking move. I guarantee if you put on like Temperature or what are his other songs? Just give me the keys and we be smoking, yeah, whatever. That if you put that on, people, yeah, we be burning. Yeah, that's a fucking banger, dude.
Yep.
People love Sean Paul.
You know, gun to my head, couldn't name a song title, but I
That's
know
not
them.
Temperature.
You got the right temperature. It's just that you're from the storm.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Shut up, bitch.
Nice, dude. Thank you, driver.
No, I will not supplement the 1% by tipping my driver.
The this has been the most Pee-wee Playhouse offense episode we've ever done. The dog.
That's the way to do it, dude.
has
Well, now
attacked-
he's humping.
He's humping the thing. My dog. We used to have a Coke bottle pillow that was probably like this big.
Yeah.
I still have it actually at the house. And he would get around it the right way and just go to town.
He's fixed, man.
They still they get the urge to just
Just
Yeah.
the aggression.
yeah.
Same thing happens
He's
to
not.
Joe.
He's not fucking. He's he's having his way. with
He's
that dog.
overpowering, yeah.
He's asserting dominance.
He always just like thrashes it around and humps it and then
Yeah.
falls like is done.
like a bunny. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
oh man, you
I
guys.
forget what we were saying.
It was something about temperature.
It being loud outside. When you moved from the Midwest to San Francisco, did you have a noticeable difference in how loud it was outside at night?
No, because I never really lived in like the city of San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
I lived in like the Sunset District, which is like definitely like a more residential area. If I could compare it, it would be like the Queens of San Francisco, where it's like all like mostly residential and like small little markets, but no like, you know, major buildings and stuff.
I feel like everywhere I've lived, it's always been so loud.
Really?
Yeah, because like where I grew up in New Jersey, the Parkway was on one side of the house in very close proximity, and then Route 9 was on the other side of the house. So it just was cars going constantly with like horns, and it was just like I don't understand people that are like, it has to be so quiet for me to go to sleep. It has to be pitch black for me to go to sleep, so I wear an eye mask. But the sounds are like a lullaby.
Yeah, I've learned. My parents said when they were younger, which is not even younger. They always took me, but like when I was a child, they would take me to like bars, just to be in like loud circumstances. So I get used to it, and vacuum with me, like in their arms and stuff.
Yeah.
And fight relentlessly and scream.
And fight.
Nice.
That's a good one. You know what's funny too? I didn't realize I was in high school, and I'd be like, kids my age who like partied too. Who were like, you know, like degenerates would be like, man, I can't wait to go to the bar. And I'd be like, why? They'd be like, I've never been to a bar. I've never been to one. And I was like, your parents don't ever take you to the bar? And they were like, no. Like almost across the board, every kid I talked to was like, no, why would my parents take me to a bar? And I was sitting there like, I'm in a bar with my parents 2 to 3 times a week, like just with one of them, or both of them. You know what I mean? Either with my dad or with both of them.
Right.
I never went to the bar with my mom, but my dad would like pick me up from school and we would go to a bar.
Nice.
And he would drink, and I'd do my homework or watch cartoons.
Would you get food?
Yeah, he'd get me food sometimes.
What would
Not
you
all the
get?
time.
Like
a hot dog, fries, and
Nice.
stuff.
potato skins.
Or I'd get to play pinball, Indiana Jones pinball. It was
Nice.
fucking sick. It was the best.
There you go.
But I never really liked it because it's a fucking bar and you're a kid and you smell like cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it was like early 2000s, so people were still like, you know, smoking indoors and shit. But it is what it is. But that's the thing, man. You grow up fast that way. No, I didn't grow up
also
that
like
fast.
being a comedian, you're comfortable.
I
those
hate
places.
bars unless I'm doing comedy. Like I don't drink
Yeah.
like that, so I don't go to bars.
You don't go just to hang out at a bar.
No, dude. Unless friends invite me, I really don't. I'm like, I just go to get food or something. I'd rather just go eat. I don't drink often. I smoke a lot. I'm cutting back, but I smoke a lot.
Yeah.
What's your version of cutting back?
Recently, I've been talking because we'll play Fortnite during the day, and I'm like, wow. I can't wait till noon so I can smoke.
Oh, not Joe.
Yeah, no, because it's been like that for me for a long time, and I obviously have nothing against it. I still slip up here and there, but I've really been like, I don't want to smoke before noon.
Yeah.
And that should be easy.
Yeah.
It's hard, dude. Especially like the more we have shit to do.
What do you mean, like
Just like in life, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't want to do shit. I just want to get high.
Yeah, it is like Nas says, like life's a bitch, and then you die. That's why we get high.
Yeah.
So you never know where you're gonna go.
Truer words
And
have
it's
never
like-
been said.
The pandemic fucked me up with that because I kept getting high just in case I died.
Right.
I was like, if I'm gonna die from a disease, I'm gonna be stoned. Like
Yeah.
there's no way I'm gonna just be sober and start coughing to death.
Weed probably was what was keeping you alive,
That's
dude.
that's what they kept saying in the studies. He's been going at that pillow for
He's a horny little doggy.
while. And he's got like different
Don't film
strokes
him.
down.
That's child porn.
I
That's
like
my
it.
child.
He's doing the Owen Gray when Owen Gray like puts his
Oh,
legs
yeah.
over a chick and stuff.
Yeah.
And like stretch. Yeah.
Jesus, Finn.
Hell yeah, Finn. You go. You go. You know what you're doing.
I go through phases with smoking, and I haven't smoked in a long time because my anxiety has been so outrageous when I smoke. I start thinking about like I'll just try to, smoke a little or take a little edible just to like relax and watch Billions. And I'm thinking about like, oh, if I get any moniker of success, something's going to come that I said like, 10 years ago and bite me in the ass. Like, I think of all of my past indiscretions and I freak out about it.
Oh man,
Or like that's just one example of
Yeah.
how my anxiety will manifest.
I'm prepared to embrace whatever people come after me for. I'm pretty ready to defend most of it in a non-traditional way too.
Yeah.
And also, it's like 10 years ago, you were a completely different person.
Yeah.
There needs to be a statute of
I was
limitations.
also 20.
I know.
Yeah.
I would've
You know.
been
There needs to be a
21.
statute of limitations
21,
to
yeah.
I don't remember what I was doing then, honestly. But
math.
No, I mean like
I was just like,
I didn't like have. I wasn't doing comedy or anything.
No.
You're just a
I was just
civilian.
being a menace to society.
Yeah, I was just I was selling weed. Definitely, that's what I was
Damn.
doing. When you could sell weed,
Officer, arrest this
Are you
man.
comfortable?
Yeah, now
right?
I am.
Oh, you just the cat's like, excuse you. Well, excuse you. Anyway,
Anyways.
Anyways,
we're cooking. Oh, okay, we're doing
20
it.
minutes.
No,
Oh.
double that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're with.
If we had drops, it'd be like 50 minutes.
Just push a button, see what happens.
Do you guys have the drops? on
Yeah, but
yours?
I don't know what it's like. I think there's like a trumpet. There's like applause. There's like woo.
I sat down for my drops and was like, I need one for this. Like literally sat there. I was like, I could use this. This got to be this one. Could only have one. I had like 5 Sopranos ones. I was like, this. No.
Too much. I
Too
gotta
much
stream it
Sopranos. It's not
down.
a fucking Sopranos podcast. So I picked one important one, and I think it's everyone's favorite. They all know what it is. You haven't. When next time you're on, we'll have drops, and you'll
Perfect.
see. I was the other guest we had. I was excited to use that drop because I was gonna be like, I don't know when we'll use this one, and press it and just watch you guys go. Why do you have that? Why is that?
I'm so excited for next month when we do this.
Did you press that button? Yeah. Whenever I have white people on, they always are like, why would you have that for you? Why are you have that on your podcast? I'm like, I have them on. I have them on. They know they're cool.
Let's hear their side of the story. They have a right.
I always, it's a funny thing too. Because you know what the drop is, but it's a drop from The Sopranos about, but it doesn't matter. But whenever I don't tell any black people I have on about it, and I just do it. And I've been very good at picking who to bring on, I guess, because they're all cool with it.
They secretly like it.
It is also, it's not like the N-word. It's just something.
I was so worried.
Yeah. It's not, I don't have someone just saying, imagine. Just that could be. I did have when I started. Did you ever see Monster Squad?
No, I don't think so.
Who was on that one?
The Monster Squad. It's a movie. It's like the Goonies.
That's like the kids fighting like the Wolfman
Yeah.
and Frankenstein's monster and
he teams up
Dracula.
with them. Yeah. And in that movie, the bullies, I was a kid when I saw this movie, and it was like almost when the bullies bullied the kid, I was like, yeah, this is exactly what life is like. Like it didn't affect me the way they're like, you can't do that nowadays, because it was almost too accurate. My point is, the fat kid, he's walking through the schoolyard, and the bullies stop him, and they're making fun of him for being fat, and then he talks back to him, and one of them like smacks him and goes, "What'd you say, faggot? What'd you say?" And that was
Nice.
the clip I had as a drop of
that's
just the
funny.
bullies saying that. And it's really crazy because it's like a PG movie, but that scene's in it.
Faggot only became like a slur in the past
I know,
fucking
but it's-
10 years.
It's like 2 8-year-olds saying it to each
so
other.
funny.
And I remember watching it being like, yeah, that's like every day at school. That's exactly what would happen.
I forgot. There was like a stretch in like the 80s and 90s where like you could just say faggot.
Yeah. It wasn't
It
as...
was very
Yeah.
loosely thrown
I was
around in
about
my house, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Dude, like
Oh,
my
definitely.
sister called me a faggot.
Yeah.
And like my mom would just say like, "Stop saying
Yeah.
that!" Like nobody knew what faggot really
My-
meant. We
dude,
just
my
knew.
dad...
She would say,
Yeah.
"Faggot." Like, it was like really fucking put the fucking flavor on it, dude.
My dad would hear me and my friends call each other it, and at one point, because he would be like, "You shouldn't like swear." I know you're gonna call each other names, but then at one point he was like, "You have to stop saying that word," and I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because he's a teacher." He was
Yeah.
like, "It's becoming like a problem in schools where like if you say that it's like a hate crime or whatever. He literally did it. It's like a hate crime. And he's like, so like just you really got to be careful. Like don't just throw that around anymore.
Unless you really, really think the guy's a faggot.
Unless it's 100% warranted.
Yeah, you need to make sure. You need to know for sure that this guy is a faggot.
Dude, I have two really funny people saying faggot stories.
Nice, dude.
I've probably told them on the pod before, but not on video. I don't think it doesn't matter. My friend, I was working at a grocery store, and I was on the
Check
register.
out.
Yeah, I was checking
nice.
people out, and this girl LaQuanda, figure it out. This girl LaQuanda.
That is not my job.
Yo, she looks exactly the way you imagine her.
Yeah.
She ruled. She's the best. I loved LaQuanda.
Long
She's the
ass
best.
nails.
No, I don't think. No, she's younger than me too. Though, but
Ooh.
and she
Selly.
Wrong again.
no, but she came over and she had all these returns in her hand, and she was like struggling with them. It was like, hey, could you help me with these real quick? And I was already rigging people out, and I just looked at her, and in front of people, it's like a whole line of people, and I went, no, and I just like laughed at her because she saw like I was technically busy, and I knew I could say no, and I was like smiling at her and like laughing, and then she looked at me like sideways and like went like that, and then just walked over to me as I'm ringing people out, and just went behind me and whispered in my to my neck, went, "You little faggot," and just walked away. And I just started laughing, and the people were like, "What'd she say?" I'm like, "Nothing."
She called me a faggot.
She called me a faggot. And it was so the way she said it though. She was like, "You little faggot."
Black perfect way to handle
black
it.
people love that word because it's the closest you can get to calling a white person the N-word.
It'll get a rise too.
Yeah. Oh,
Certain
yeah.
white
Yeah,
people
because it's like gay people are like, you can't say that, and like straight people are like, what'd you call me? Because it's like really insulting to be gay.
Yeah, or just it infers that it's infers.
I
you're
feel like faggot means you are the most disrespectful aspect of gay culture.
yeah.
You're like the ripped up
like-
anus. You're sucking a
Your
dick.
jizz coming out of
Yeah.
a butt. Yeah,
Yeah, you're not like the love and compassion and companionship.
yeah, dude.
Just all the negative aspects of being gay.
Yeah, but and then another one. It's just involves me, so it looks bad. Well, not really. You know what? I was there, but I'm gonna say I didn't say this.
Nice.
Prove it.
But yeah, prove I did it. But girl who invited me to the wedding this weekend, my friend, one of the Sarahs, she and I used to work at a restaurant together.
Ooh.
And we were hosts like together. And when people would come into the restaurant, and they couldn't afford us, or they would be like, "Oh, we'll come back another time." They would like come in, look at the menu, and be like, "Oh, never mind, sorry," and leave. Sarah would always be like, "All right, have a nice day," and then she would murmur or like whisper. She'd go, "Pussy faggot," and they would go like, and people like it would. We'd always laugh because it's crazy to just do that in a restaurant. A fine dining restaurant at that. But the funnier thing would be it happened 2 or 3 times where the person, it was always a guy, they would walk through the door, stop, and then a few times they'd stop and like turn and be like, no, and just like keep going forward. Like they heard it, but they didn't. And one guy turned around and was like, "Excuse me, did you guys just say something to me?" And we were like, "What?" And he was like, "Did you just whisper something to me?" And we were like, "No, why would we whisper something to you?" And he was just like, and he like didn't know what to do because he knew, but he couldn't catch us, and he just left, and we like were like, holy shit, like we were terrified because Sarah said it too loud.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would never.
I feel like, when was that? Like a few years ago?
A long time ago.
I feel like now it's like one of those
like
things.
literally 10 years. Yeah, probably. 10
I feel like now that's like a classic, like take your iPhone camera out and start filming, be like, what did you whisper? You know, and it's a different story
I don't
now.
know what you said. These people just whispered pussy.
It's like I was just singing a song to myself.
No,
I don't
that's
know
not
what you're
me.
talking about.
That was not us.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, it sucks having to interact with other people, and that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, you're bored. You want to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. I hate those jobs, dude.
I hate every job. Ever.
I hate every job. Yeah, every job is gay.
I just want to chill.
I have hated most of my jobs. I've only had certain times in my jobs where I've been like, I could do this forever if it stayed like this, if that makes sense. But then, or if it like there was more money involved too. That's always the thing.
It's never enough money.
Yeah,
it's never enough
It never
money.
stays the same.
It's never enough money.
If you don't like the job, there's never going to be enough money because it won't feel like it's worth it.
I used to think, like, if I could get paid more to do my delivery job I did back in Connecticut, that would have been a sweet gig. Like, I was actually happy during the day at times, but, like, then they changed certain things and everything went to shit.
And that's every job. Like,
happens.
I don't care if it's a job like that where it's like a sort of like a gig thing where I'm doing deliveries, or if it's a job I have now where I'm like sitting behind a desk and you know, working away and email and phone calls. There is always somebody there that has to justify their job, that has to change shit up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're really fucking up my shit right now, you pussy fat. I'm not going to say it.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's all like imposter syndrome. So everyone like comes into a job and it's like, well, if I just keep it the way it's going, they're going to think they don't need me because it's already here.
Yeah.
So I got to change everything. And then they change things and they make it worse. And they're like, get the fuck out of here.
That's why things start to suck like across the board. I remember I was talking to my brother about the Patreon app and how like the new layout sucks. He like has a lot of issues with it. And he's like, I'm just pissed off that my favorite app has to be terrible now because someone needed to justify their job and like redesign the layout of it.
Makes sense.
And I'm like, damn, that's that's what it is.
Damn, dude.
So it happens with the Marvel movies.
Now they're just oversaturated. You hate that new one, the
Dude,
Marvels.
I didn't see it. I haven't seen.
I
the
heard that
last
was a
5
big flop. the
Didn't you
latest
say you were
one.
going to take your gun to a theater and like
as
show
many women as
you're
I
going to
can.
show Brie Larson what a real man can do?
And that other half and half.
Yeah.
Whatever the girl was, size and race.
Yeah, yikes.
I don't know what I really don't.
I don't know, but like
So
Marvel's
I know
out of shit
nothing.
now, dude. They're done.
it's
What
terrible.
what was the last good Marvel movie?
Guardians 3 people liked.
I didn't even see that one.
It was
yet.
fine. It made me cry more than that's the most I remembered about it. I cried a lot.
Why? Because you're gay.
Yeah, it is because I'm gay. I cry during movies now. 'Cause
Damn.
out of like anything that's
You
like
got to get
sentimental.
over that fast, dude. That's
It's
gonna
so
really come
gay.
back to haunt you.
I can get away with it during like The Sopranos. I've realized
When do you cry
To
during
cry
the
or not
Sopranos?
cry?
I cry like 5 different times.
I've
in
never.
The Sopranos.
I could not imagine myself crying.
There's
during
so many
Sopranos.
scenes in The Sopranos that get me hard.
Name-
when like Tony leaves the house.
Yeah.
When they get divorced. As a divorced kid, it's very accurate. Like when he takes it, it's so that this isn't what makes me cry. I'll just say like what an accurate portrayal of divorce it is. You know when Tony leaves the house and he just puts on a hat, and you're like, he's never worn a hat in his fucking life, but he's just taking something like with him because he's like, this is mine. Like this is my dad. Like it's like the same thing. My dad did that when we left. Like my dad never wore a hat. He just took like a hat with him that he had, and I was like, you don't wear a fucking hat.
Yeah, he just
Damn.
wanted.
Tony
piece
never
of
wears a
it.
hat in the whole show unless it's the sailor hat. He puts on that hat one time in the fucking divorce. I think my dad might have just copied The Sopranos.
Your dad was Tony Soprano in a
Yeah.
lot of ways,
And then-
which would make you AJ.
I'm not as bitchy as AJ, but I've done a lot of dumb shit like AJ.
Nice. Do you think AJ would become a mafia boss like his dad?
No. I also never went out with a 17-year-old like AJ.
Why not?
Got ahead of you on that.
Why not, dude? Yeah, you have, because you went out with a fucking 15-year-old. You're like, I would never fucking date some ancient broad. 17.
It's too
Come
old,
on.
yeah.
I'll
The,
see you after. I'll pick you up from school, sweetheart.
The other scene I cried during is when Tony's trying to talk Junior. He's like, well, Junior last time he talks to Junior is very
Oh yeah,
sad.
and he's
I
like,
cried during that.
Do you
scene
remember
usually.
that? Do you
Yeah.
remember me? And Junior's like, I'm retarded.
I'm retarded. Yeah.
I'm retarded. He's like, I pretended to be retarded. And I became. How scary is that? Be pretend to be retarded and you actually become retarded.
Yeah.
Like, what if I would? Like, can you imagine? Like, I'm like, da da da, and like all of a sudden I'm like, oh no.
Wait, what happened? I never watched.
He
Sopranos.
acts like he has dementia, but then he actually gets dementia. And it's not from acting like it. He just one day they're like, June, like
they're almost like, what are you talking about? It's just us. And he's like, I know. And they're like, they look at him like, oh, he's actually fucked up. Like his brain is
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. And the other one is when because he keeps remembering things about Tony, but they're all mean. And Tony sits with him and is like, how come everything you remember is mean? That scene's so sad, dude.
Let it out when you can, man.
So sad.
You gotta cry when you can.
I guess.
I could never be a boy. I cry all the time.
Yeah, I would never. I've never cried during The Sopranos.
So you don't.
I cried today. I cried today.
You don't have
Why?
the.
I don't remember
the Italian. You don't see it.
Look, man,
That's
I'm not like the New Jersey mafia. I'm like the New York mafia.
Yeah. Yeah, you're fucking Phil. You're like, what a fucking disgrace.
Yeah,
You
fucking
crying.
disgusting.
Crying?
Yeah.
During The Sopranos?
Let me tell you something. My respect for Alex Tomaselli as a man fucking plummeted.
Someone walks by, he's like, it's like he's watching The Sopranos. He's like, he's an emotional guy.
oh, no one's got AIDS.
Phil also one of the funniest, dude, the funniest scenes in the show.
Yeah, that and like my favorite scene is when fucking what's his name? I think it's Vito goes. The big fat gay guy.
Yeah.
When he's like he tries to go legit, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna have that sandwich at noon. I can't wait. All right, it's 9:45 now. I've been working.
So relatable.
So as soon as I'm done, it's gonna be so good. All right, I've been working. It's 11 now. I'll just check my watch just to make sure. It's probably gonna be 11:30 even. He looks and it's like 10:15. He's like, fuck.
yo, that shit. I remember watching that and being like, dude, I do that every day of my fucking. Because I've worked shit jobs like that, just like that. Where I'm like, I bet you would spend like 4 hours, and it's just, I hated
you know
that.
what?
There's
The
no
best-
time in hell.
The best way to have work go by faster is to put off the work you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I just wait till the last 20 minutes before I leave.
You just start working.
Then I start working. Otherwise, I'm like on YouTube, learn how to fucking like shoot a
You guys
president.
have these types of jobs. I have to like go to the place and report and be like, hey,
just get a remote job instead.
I don't know how.
Just ask.
What do you mean? You don't know how?
Like, I don't know how to get. I don't know how to get jobs except. I've almost never gotten a job except for somebody being like, I know a job you can do and I can help you get it.
Nice.
You don't have a resume?
I do. It's just, it doesn't. Any job I apply for, it just doesn't work out. I swear to God.
You can do it.
Listen, with ChatGPT, you can get any job you need.
Maybe I should look into that.
Yeah. I literally, you can just go on and be like, write me up a resume. And it's like, oh, give me some of your job history. Throw it in there.
Okay.
And you can say, cater this resume to for a sales job.
I see.
Yeah, Sally.
I got to get in there.
Think
All right.
about it, dude.
I will. I got to get, because I do need to find
need a real
legit-
job.
I need a real job. I have a lot of knockaround
Take
jobs
your foot off
right
the
now.
gas, man. Get a work from home job.
No more axe throwing, dude.
You still have that job?
I do.
Nice.
That's been happening a lot. That's what I want to talk about too. That's been happening a lot to me lately. Not in like, I'm not bragging, but like the women I've been dating lately. What is it?
We're at 51.
Good, perfect. The women I've been dating lately, very forward, and I like it. If any more forward
you
women, are
cry
out
when
there.
you watch television. Of course, you like it.
Yeah, I like when a woman is very forward, and it's happened a lot lately. Like they've been very like, just come this way, and I'm like, where are we going? Oh, pussy.
Nice, dude. Yeah, women are way too
Wow,
forward.
Thomas Ellie and his pretty privilege.
I guess it's
getting
only
good.
happening recently. I wasn't always like this.
I got-
Did you ever
yeah.
Wait. Oh, what?
I was just gonna say, like, sometimes like women will be like, sort of with me, like, hey, that was a really funny set. I want to suck your dick. I want to stick my finger up your asshole. And I'm like, get lost, toots. I'm a happily married man.
You have a penis sucking, asshole fingering woman at home.
Yeah. if I want someone to suck my dick and finger my asshole, I'll ask my wife.
I'll do the one that ask the one that whines at me all day to do it.
The what did you just say? Oh yeah, the oh fuck. You just said something about
Asshole
Fucking
fingering,
no.
penis sucking,
we just had. Hold on, I just had it.
women that are forward outward.
Oh, forward, and then
I've never hooked up
Oh.
with a coworker.
yeah. I don't recommend it. It
Why?
causes because it causes.
Well, I
like,
guess technically I did.
Juice.
We're in the same line of work.
No,
this
no,
is-
you have to work to get at the same place.
in the same building.
And you have to. It has to be awkward after, and it hasn't been awkward yet.
And you have
with
to talk
this
to
one.
HR.
I
Yeah.
told you about that when you were first on the pod when I hooked up with a girl when I was younger at a pizza place we worked together.
Yeah.
And it got awkward real fast.
He said, "Here's some Selly sauce."
no.
Yeah, and then she
Oh,
was
that
like,
pizza, that
she
pizza
was
place
like,
in Rhode Island was so good.
Selly,
I
you
think
gave
about
me
it
a
often.
you gave me a yeast
Put a pin in that
infection
real quick.
And Selly was like, "Yeah, I thought I'd order that pie with extra cheese."
Ew.
Disgusting, dude.
Vile.
How do you come up with these always about pizza?
I don't know, dude.
I'm never bringing this girl up again. You're gonna you have like a Rolodex of pizza puns.
You write what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I forgot it again. God damn it! I could have a coworker.
The universe is
Oh,
like, don't talk about this.
That was it. Like people say that now. Ever since I moved to New York, every comic I know who, when we talk about like hooking up or whatever or sex or whatever, they're like, "Well, you're a handsome guy. You don't get what it's like to struggle." And I'm like, "Whoa. This is very recent."
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You ever seen the 4-Year-Old Virgin when like
Yeah.
Andy's talking to the black guy when they're watching Dawn of the Dead, and he's like, "What? You think this happened by accident? I manifested." Like, it took a while, dude. I wasn't always like this. This took a
Right.
long time
He's gonna knock that light over.
to be a decent,
Decently attractive man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I'm taking advantage.
you catch a wind, you know. You
Yeah.
gotta ride that wave.
Yeah, man. I'm waiting until it's like I'm riding. I've said that to me. I'm riding it until the wheels completely fall off. Where
Yeah.
and I'm
Till
like,
you
all
catch
right.
a case.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Like catch a case till they get all those girls get old enough to know what a Me Too is.
Ooh, then
Well, like,
that's
I
gonna
did
be
feel
over
really
by
funny
then,
that
dude.
night. My head was really dizzy.
Mm.
My drink fizzed weird, but I didn't think anything of it. Next thing I knew.
I got all the DMs saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they say,
Oh, that's
"I
so
give you
creepy.
consent to have sex with me."
I learned this from the Gas Digital folks. Where but I've always
Have an
done this.
NDA.
But it's you just said like if you're texting the day after, you just say I had a really good time with you last night, and if as long as they say I did too, you're like done, no problem from here on out, and you just go about your life.
Yeah.
Foolproof.
Now I never have to talk to you again.
Yep, foolproof. This will hold up.
Then they'll just be like, "I was under duress when I said that."
Yeah.
You know, women love to fucking take things back and ruin lives.
Yeah.
It's kind of our thing.
They almost have too much power.
The you mentioned the pizza though we had in
Oh
Rhode
my
Island.
god, pizza
Marron.
place.
I think about it all the time, honestly.
Oh, it was so
That was a good pizza.
We're even in New York where we can go
I
to
know.
some of the best pizza places people would argue in the world, and then you're just like,
I don't know what was so different about it.
Pizza's
That
the
was
best
so
food
good.
in the world, man.
because we got a lot of it too.
Yeah,
that's
and we
why.
were hungry.
Yeah.
We showed up hungry.
They gave us the garlic bread pizza. What did we have? Garlic bread pizza, extra triple cheese pizza.
Yeah. And a white pizza.
No, buffalo chicken.
Barbecue chicken.
Barbecue chicken with onions, and it was.
Damn, I'm gonna have to get a slice of pizza after this. I haven't had dinner.
I packed a lot of
Ooh.
my food, and goddamn, am I still thinking about getting a slice of pizza?
Me
You
too.
packed a lot of your food. Anytime I would go into the office.
Are
and
you doing
pack
bodybuilding
food,
now, Sully? What is
Does
that?
it look like I'm doing
Oh, hell
bodybuilding?
What is that?
I
Want to
got-
heat those up in our air fryer?
I got. Okay, so I already ate my apple
Oh,
for
here
today.
comes. Now you got Finn's attention.
I got my weed brownies,
your
which
little
I meant to eat one of
clementines.
these during the pod.
Give
Oh,
one
well.
to Finny.
No. Oh, sorry, Finn. No, I got my peanuts. I got 2 clementines. I got 2 Reese's cups, 4 crescent rolls,
Dang.
and then a bunch of hot dogs in a weenies buns.
That's such fun. That's
If
like
you and May were on the pod together, I was just gonna ask her like a detailed question and then pull these out and just start eating them.
that.
during the
That
thing.
looks like how like
She
what
would
if,
have
like,
had to have asked
Yeah,
what the fuck.
You're 12 and can pack your own lunch. Go for
Yeah,
it.
dude.
You know,
Dude, my mom used to pack me a people would get jealous of my lunches, and then I would bring one to this girl. She's dead now, but she had
R.I.P..
in high school. I mean, top 10 racks.
Nice.
In, like, the
No,
whole school.
What happened? Her
Only the
boobs
good die
explode?
young.
No, drunk driving
That
Oh,
happens to the
yeah.
best of us,
Christ.
dude.
or speeding driving.
Then you
Anyway,
stay away from
bad.
that.
It wasn't great. It was a bad time, but shout out to Michelle. We miss her, and I used to bring her lunch because she would say, "Can you bring me a lunch?" And I was like, "Yes, of course, tits."
Nice.
That's all I would think.
You're like, yeah, but Sully likes his milk with his cookies.
Melk, yeah, dude.
Maybe I could get some, and you look at her tits and pussy, some milk and cookies.
Yeah, and I still think about it now, and
Yeah.
it's weird because
You ever think about that? Like, oh, this fucking child I wanted to fuck in high school. But I still
Child.
think about it now, even though I'm a man.
The
But it's
ol-
okay because I sexualized them when I was also a child. So it's somehow okay in the time vault of my brain.
it is like how I think about Hillary Duff, where I'm like, I've loved her since I've
Yeah.
known about her existence. We've grown.
But who would you
together.
rather have sex with, Hillary, 16-year-old Hillary Duff, or current Hillary Duff?
Definitely current.
Yeah,
If
so you're
she's-
not a
Yeah,
pedo-
she
I
never
know.
lost
Congrats.
it.
She
You're
is
not a pedophile.
She looks fantastic.
Now, how much of a bummer was it that Lindsay Lohan
Bomb.
got fucking ass awful as soon as she turned 18?
Dude, Mean Girls.
Thanks,
She
Dina
bounced
Lohan.
back though, like a rubber band. She bounced back.
Not
You
as
checked
much.
recent, yes, way
I
better.
haven't seen her recently.
Yeah, way better.
No, because now a baby fell out of her pussy.
Fell. Gravity took effect.
It's like, hey, bitch, you dropped something.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
No, shout out to Lindsay Lohan, but more shout out to Hillary Duff.
Especially Hillary Duff.
we
How
love
cool is
Hillary
it that
Duff in
Wilmer
Sopranos.
Valderrama got to fuck all
Tainted
of them?
her.
It's like,
And Aaron
damn,
Carter.
dude. He got a little fucking... And he got away with it, dude.
Aaron Carter's in hell right now and still has a smile on his
Yeah.
face.
I
Aaron
want
Carter did?
candy.
I'm sure. Aaron Carter.
Yeah, Aaron Carter
He's dead,
died
right?
last year.
No, I'm not saying. I know he died, but I didn't know he got a taste of Lindsay
There
Lohan.
was
a Lizzie McGuire episode where Aaron Carter shows
Right, right.
And
I
he
forgot.
eats her
Okay.
pussy. And he's like, damn, Lizzie.
I remember that episode.
And then, like,
very,
it was
very
like her
vividly.
cartoon self had an orgasm.
Yep.
It's like, whoa!
Spraying all over the screen.
She turns into a fucking rocket. Whoa! I heard they didn't. Hillary Duff was gonna make like a Lizzie McGuire like reboot sequel thing, but because Disney still has like the rights, they were like, okay, well, we don't want Lindsay getting high or
Right,
drinking, and it's like, well, then she's gonna be like this weird fucking unapproachable human being. Whereas Miranda Cosgrove with that iCarly, she's getting fucked.
Really? There's a new show?
Yeah, iCarly. Like, there's one scene where like she gets like drunk and passes out, and like one of her fucking friends rapes her. And then and he also
the movie Kids.
he
with
live
iCarly.
streamed it. Yeah. She has like another friend that's like only has sex with virgins because he's really afraid of getting AIDS.
Oh my god.
That was the fucking
They
coolest.
go to the park. They
Kids?
beat a guy with a
Oh my
skateboard.
God.
That's such a good. It was really funny because it was like, Kids is like a real reflection of New York life. I'm like, no, it's not. I remember seeing that in
The
high
worst
school.
kids in the world.
Yeah, literally.
It's like that's literally like the fucking nightmare fantasy of like Midwesterners who's like,
Yeah.
my kid got into NYU. Oh no! And then it's like all these like fucking kids just like doing meth and
Yeah.
raping each other and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that's New York.
Yeah, it's much more. Lizzie McGuire is much more realistic.
Yeah.
I used to like go to because I don't have siblings. I have girl cousins though,
Ooh,
and I had no cable.
Selly.
But when we'd
It's all
watch,
good, dude.
we'd watch cable at my grandma's, and sometimes the girls would have control,
Ooh.
Finnegan, no.
and they would watch Lizzie McGuire a lot, and I would always be like, "This show sucks," and then they'd be like, "Why do you watch it with us?" I'd be like, "Cause there's nothing else." Meanwhile, I'm just like, "This girl's so fucking hot." This
Nice,
girl's, like,
dude.
so hot. And they'd be like, "I bet you have a crush on Lizzie." I'd be like, "Ew!" I'd never like girls, and I'd sit there and be like, "She's so hot." Dude. I would do anything to
loved
be
her,
with
huh?
Lizzie McGuire. Like I remember, yeah, dude. I remember all the episodes, dude.
about that-
She met Aerosmith.
Yep.
Great.
It was the Christmas episode.
You ever watch Even Stevens?
Yeah. Oh,
I love
bring up
it.
Even
Beans
Stevens.
is an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remind me of Beans.
Nice, dude. No, I remember. I'm like the cool version of Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Buff.
Whatever.
Buff.
And how
God,
about that Chrissy
talk about a
Carlson?
crush. Whew,
How
I
about
loved
that
him.
Chrissy Carlson Romano? You ever see that movie where she did a topless scene?
No, is she the sister?
Yeah.
I don't recall. No,
Yeah, it was a fucking good little scene too.
I remember.
If you could break in one Disney star, who would it be?
God.
Jesus Christ.
It's like literally the
Breaking
stroke of
in.
midnight and they turn 18. Who you breaking in?
Jesus Christ. It's always got to be. Well, it's Lizzie McGuire, dude. We'd be the same age,
Yeah?
so it's fine.
I'm gonna go after the. I'm gonna say
Or
the,
Hannah Montana. Whatever.
I'm gonna.
it is.
Oh, Hannah Montana.
What's her name?
Ooh.
Miley Cyrus. Dude,
Miley.
Miley Cyrus is so hot. Like it's
She is.
insane.
So, it's like it's
She grew
crazy.
into her hotness. 'cause,
She
like,
did.
There was like that. Remember when she did like the VMAs with fucking
Robin
blurred
Thicke?
lines? Yeah, and I was like, this is like, look at this fucking little retard.
Yeah.
Because like her body was like undeveloped and she looked stupid. I'm like, oh, she's trying to transition into a fucking hot chick.
Yeah.
And it took like another decade for it to be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, she's really hot now. They make fun of her knees, but I don't care.
What? Oh God,
Yeah.
being a woman is so.
Haha,
Yeah,
dumb
the
bitch.
Like, what's her name? Megan Fox. Still, people are like, "You seen her thumbs, bro?" I'm like, I wouldn't
Yeah,
give
she's
a
got-
fuck if I saw her thumbs.
No way, dude.
Stuck her thumb in my fucking eye.
Literally.
Remember Jason Alexander Jr.'s character in Shallow Hal?
Yeah.
That's me. The slightest imperfection. How like when her index toe is slightly longer than her big toe,
Yeah, dude.
and he's like, "Oh God!"
Meanwhile, he has a goddamn tail.
Yeah.
And then
That's
there's
what
a-
it is.
Yeah, I
There's
learned
that scene.
My-
There's a
yeah.
scene where she's like, "I got his tickets to the Beatles reunion," and it has Eric Clapton filling in for George Harrison, and he's like, "Oh wow!" And then he looks at her toe, he's like, "Oh, you know what? I got a thing."
That literally is you.
Dude, I was like that in high school for a bit. Like, I was just an dude. I probably like I could have gotten laid in high school at least like 5 different times.
I could have gotten laid in high school too, but they fucking woke up.
As you hold your belly.
but
Say that. The goddamn Buddha.
they got away.
The one
I-
that got
dude,
away.
I
The one
was
that
a
woke up.
Dude, I was a fucking
The one that
asshole
gained consciousness.
idiot in high school. Like, I did so much stupid shit, or was like, ew, no, I would like just disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I was an
Nice.
I was like a young idiot. Like, I really like didn't understand like that shit at all. I was just a fucking asshole.
Yeah, you're why, not you specifically, but
No, it's
you're
fine.
you kind of guy that like the ill why guy, like ew no. That's like why like I didn't even want to pursue guys because I was like they're gonna think I'm gross, and if I have a guy, if it's like oh Kelley has
Dude,
a crush on you, it's like
I'm
the
a
thought of
fucking
someone being
idiot,
like
dude.
ew.
Dude,
Like I
think
fucking
yeah,
die.
it was definitely in college. I like this girl like I didn't think she had her period, but she like bled on me during sex. and I,
Oh,
like,
nice! You got
was
such a
not
big dick,
cool
you
with it
fucking
after.
ripped her up.
I was not cool with it.
It's
after.
such
You
a
were
sign
cool
of
with
like a
that?
young guy because
Yeah.
now you're like
Dude, I give a fuck.
Yeah.
I've been through
Now
some
you
crazy
say
things.
strawberry swirl time, and you come inside of her regardless, huh?
sometimes
you
you
little
say things
rascal.
and I physically wince.
Why? What's wrong with that? You like that, huh? A little gusher.
Oh my
It's
god!
just a little blood.
I have had
It's just a little
I don't-
pussy blood.
I have had period sex, but I don't like look forward to it.
I'm like, are you okay?
Too bad. Oh, I just feel so much better.
That's what I've heard. See, I don't mind if the girl's into it, but I've had girls where they're like, I mean, we can do it, and I'm like, not if you
That's
don't
all
really
right.
want to.
Let's go into the fucking bathtub, huh?
Yeah, or you got to put something out. You just got to put down something
Yeah,
you
put
don't
a
care about.
put a towel
yeah,
down.
Put a towel down.
Do you still go in raw?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice, Sally.
Yeah.
Damn, aren't you worried about like?
Red wedding.
Aren't you worried about like a little pussy blood getting into your pee hole? And
Isn't
then,
that
like,
And then
just
getting
natural,
pregnant.
and then
though?
it
Isn't that-
hardens. Well, then it hardens, and then like you go pee, but instead of like it
It's
can't
like a-
go out.
And
It's like a
kinda hurts
fucking
a little bit.
or it's like it shoots out like an icicle. Like
Yeah.
it's a hardened.
Yeah, that's like that. Like that Final Destination style death, where like dried vaginal blood comes out of your fucking pee hole when you're pissing.
Ricochets.
Gets in your
Yeah,
eye.
it fucking ricochets. It comes through your eye.
They
She
might
comes in like, "Hey, you've been in there a while. Is everything okay?" Just a pool of your own blood.
Yeah, and well, hers too.
Yeah, scary, dude. That's how a baby's made.
Jesus Christ, Joe.
Pretty backwards.
Yeah, man. I think that might be a good place to
Yeah.
call it. I don't have because we've mulled through it all. I had no
Yep.
plans as I usually don't. I had more plans because I was going to ask May questions that
Yeah.
are odd for.
I'll
I'm
be
sure she hasn't
super
been
prepared for
she hasn't
next
been
time.
asked, but this is fun as
She just
always.
felt unsafe.
I had a good time. The only, as I was gonna say, the only part was just us addressing Finn.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fine. And who doesn't like a dog, a cute?
Everyone
dog?
loves a little Finny.
Guys, plugs. anything to find you guys, Instagram, shows, whatever.
You can follow me on Instagram at hello, this is Kelley. Joe, you fucking staring at me smiling is so upsetting. Hello, this is Kelley on Instagram, and you can listen to my podcast, I Feel Fat Today. It's a really great podcast. Thomas Elli's going to be on soon. Joe was already on twice already. So you can check that out on YouTube. We got full video episodes, and you can follow the Instagram at I Feel Fat Today. It sounds like a chick podcast, and it is, but it is funny. I mean, you'll be the judge of that. But thanks, yeah. And you can follow Finney on Instagram at my cousin Finney.
He's cute. He's my boy.
And then I'm online at Joe W. Gorman on Instagram and Twitter. Also,
Not so nice, is
my
it?
podcast, The Buff Boys, that I do with my faithful sidekick, Matt Marin. You can find us on all major podcast distribution channels. And if you want to support our Patreon, patreon.com/thebuffboys. Oh, the Buff Boys podcast.
Hell yeah. Guys, follow Yes Offense. If you don't already, subscribe on YouTube. If you can leave a review on iTunes, I'd appreciate it. Okay, sorry. Got interrupted by Stephen Wolf again.
Uh-oh. He's like,
Sabotager.
Sully, come back to bed.
I don't have any big shows. I have people
Yet.
who I don't think when this comes out, at least, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think this. Nope, this comes out next. You know what? If this does come out, come to my show at St. Mark's Comedy Club, November 19th, 9 o'clock. It's Sunday night. Me and Brandon Ledesma, Cottonmouth Comedy. That's the name of the show. It's going to be fun. Sarah Barnett, Sherry Soprani, Brittany Ledesma, and Sean Mullins are on the lineup. And if that show goes well, other people we'll do another one. So please come. And then Concentric Brewing Company, Portland, Connecticut, November 25th. Also, it's 8 o'clock. It's a Saturday. It's the Saturday of Thanksgiving. If this comes out then, those are the shows I need people to come through. That one's already selling tickets, so we're looking good.
We'll be in Columbia, Pennsylvania the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Forgot.
Oh, yeah, this will definitely be out at that point. And, yeah, just subscribe, guys. I appreciate it. Tell your friends. That's how most people find out about my podcast, I'm realizing. So tell your friends about my podcast, especially if they're degenerates. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else, right? No.
I think that's
you guys
it.
don't know my life. Guys, see ya. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us.
All right. See you, nerds.
Bye.
Bye.